money in college sports. I mean, it's big. It's there's the one thing that I've definitely seen, from when I took over the investigative beat at Yahoo in 2010, is just the number of individuals who are now involved with college sports on the margins, has grown exponentially in the last, 5-6 years. And those individuals are playing a part in, where the money goes in college.
Elliott Company and Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Real Estate. And I'm excited to be sponsoring Conversations with Suzanna, a show that will connect you with the tools you can use to live your life in peace and harmony. Simply go to ElliotOmaha.com and click on Life Tools for empowering ideas to live your life with purpose and harmony.
Today, my new dad and I shot off a rocket in the park.
Today, my new son and I failed to shoot off a rocket.
He knew exactly what to do.
I had no clue what I was doing.
We set up the rocket.
Hit ignition.
And then?
And then nothing. Sometimes I laugh when I'm frustrated.
Then out of nowhere, the rocket launched into the air.
The rocket did get into the air.
I've never seen anything fly so high.
And then crashed into a kite.
Look out! Look out!
And then the pond.
I'll never forget that day.
I'll never forget that day, even if I tried.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are. For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to today's graduation ceremony. Students, when you hear the reason or reasons for your absences throughout the years, please exit the auditorium without your high school diploma. Once you've exited, remove your cap and gown and proceed into the unknown. Too tired. Family trip. Part-time job. Helping around the house. Sick day. Starting the holidays early. Just because.
Starting in the 6th grade, students who miss 18 days or more of school in a year for any reason will fall behind and risk not graduating high school. How many days of school has your child missed this year? Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org today. Brought to you by the U.S. Army and the Ad Council.
Want to earn $500 a month or more? Deliver the Omaha World-Herald. Routes are available in your neighborhood, Monday through Friday early morning routes or Monday through Friday afternoons with weekend morning routes. All you need is reliable transportation and insurance. Call 402-444-3124 and leave your contact information for details. That's 402-444-3124.
When you were a little kid and you thought about what you wanted to be, teaching was at the top of your list. But things changed. And as you got older, teaching didn't seem like the best option anymore. So you're thinking you'll be something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Now you want to be a doctor. You don't think teachers save lives? 25 at a time. An actress? Try playing a different role every time the bell rings. How about a scientist? Ever heard of physics? Chemistry? Who do you think teaches that? Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, and taking learning far beyond the four walls of the classroom. It's time to recognize that great things are happening in teaching and put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
It takes 12 years to create a graduate. It takes about the same time to create a dropout. The difference between a child becoming one or the other could be you. Studies prove that reading to a child regularly dramatically improves reading skills, and kids who read well by 3rd grade are 4 times as likely to graduate. So United Way is calling for 1 million volunteers over the next 3 years. We're asking you to step up, make a pledge, tutor a child who needs help, mentor a kid who needs someone on their side, volunteer to read to children, make a difference. Because when a child advances, we all advance. Entire communities improve. path to success or failure starts long before graduation day, and the difference between a graduate and a dropout could be you. Be a reader, tutor or mentor. Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United. Take the pledge. Go to liveunited.org now. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
The Omaha World-Herald has immediate openings for full or part-time distribution positions in Omaha and in Dodge and Washington counties. The job duties include managing contractors and overseeing customer service. All you need is a valid driver's license and a reliable vehicle that is insured. Proof of insurance is required. The Omaha World-Herald offers competitive pay and benefits, including a 401k plan. Apply now at www.owh.com.
Conversations with Suzanna, broadcasting live on the World-Herald Live app or on omaha.com. Catch her every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, empowering you to look for and accept the good in everything. The future is bright. We'll take a look at what's to come in yours. This is Conversations with Suzanna.
Yes, you are exactly where you need to be. This is Conversations with Suzanna. We're heard now on Wednesday, and Wednesday will be the day that you will take a look into your future, find out from what we're talking about how you can improve it, we're going to give you ideas of making your life better constantly. This is what the show is about. It's about empowering you to be your best. It's about giving you information you can use as you're standing at the water cooler or at dinner. These are incredible things you can use in your life. So today's topic, I've got to tell you, I'm pretty excited about. I got the video and I got the book. I must tell you, I'm very excited about the video. And I shared it with a screening with a girl who's coming on later, who's going to tell you about the screening of the video. However, not to think that I'm a problem, but I did not share the book. The book is incredible. I'm one of those people who likes to pull and read, and this book you can pull it, open it to any page, and as you open it to the page, it'll give you some kind of advice that I know that God wants you to have. So we're now going to talk to Baptiste de Pape. Hello, Baptiste.
Hello.
Well,
thank you for having me on your show.
I'm so honored you're here. Now, I got to tell you, I'm very impressed with this book. This book has rocked my world. Only because in the research of the 18 people that you did, you put some great quotes, and we're going to be talking about the quotes as we go along. But let me just read one from Neil Donald Walsh that says, "The heart starts beating when God says hello there." I love that. Tell me why, or tell me what you hope the Power of the Heart book and the movie will do.
Well, if you look at all spiritual traditions and religions, then the heart has been described as a source of wisdom and intelligence. And, of course, I could not interview Lao Tzu or the Buddha or Jesus anymore, so, I was looking for ambassadors of the heart in our time. And I think that, we've been taught to do everything with our mind, and that's okay, but I believe that our heart is really important. It is a source of wisdom that can see much more than the mind. And the best way to explain it is this: if you are on a boat on a river, then your mind can only see the next bend, the next turn on the river, but your heart can see the whole journey from source to sea. So your heart can see much more. The only problem is that we don't trust the heart, and we can only learn to trust the heart if we start experimenting with it. And I think that our mind is good, but our mind should not be the master in our lives. Our heart should be the master, and the mind should be the servant.
And
I hope that
that
people realize that start to live more from the heart and start to work more from the heart.
Now, I'm not sure you've ever been in the Midwest. Okay, but we're
I'm from Europe, so
yeah, we have a lot of beautiful land in the Midwest, so you must come see us. But we always question the heart, and if your heart has been broken, how do you heal it, and how do you go to trusting the heart? Because I've heard several people said, my heart led me astray. Is that true? How do we verify?
Yeah, well, if they've been led astray, it was not their heart.
Okay, tell me about that.
There's also a movie. I produced a movie, The Power of the Heart.
Awesome movie.
And you see the movie?
Yes. As a matter of fact, somebody's coming on that saw the movie with me, and she's going to talk about the movie. So if you want to listen for a little bit after we're done, she'll be telling what she got from the movie. But go ahead.
I would love to do that, but right after this interview, I have another interview.
That's
with
good.
people
We need
to
get the word out. So let's get
Yeah, but the movie starts with an experiment done by the HeartMath Institute in Boulder Creek, California, and this has been done in many laboratories all over the world. But this experiment shows that the heart can see events before they take place. So the heart sees things before the eye see it, and the heart is sending signals to our body. So this is really a scientific explanation for how intuition works. So it is just now a scientific fact that the heart can see things before our eyes can see it. So, intuition is there. And if people say, my heart has led me astray, then there are two options. One, they were supposed to have this experience for their, spiritual growth, for their personal growth. Sometimes you need some experience. It's like a match that holds fire. Until it rubs against something, there is no flame. Sometimes you need the rubbing against something, the resistance for your full flame, full fire, your full potential to come out.
To open you more.
Option,
I hadn't thought about that. Brilliant. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, yes, I mean, you grow through resistance. I mean, the diamonds become more beautiful through, the resistance that they experience. And sometimes we need it, but it's also like a muscle. If you want to build your muscles, then the tissue has to break down first. It's part of the growing process.
Okay.
And the other option is, of course, if people say, my heart has led me astray, that it was not really their heart, and they listened to, an emotion that was not coming from their heart.
I think a lot of people have a tendency, who are not involved with another, who have a tendency to let their fear guide them, so into making a relationship not work. So how does one touch their heart to know the reality of situations?
Can you please repeat that question?
Yeah, I'm giving you different questions. How does one, sometimes we think our heart is guiding us, but it's really our fear. And our fear of not being alone, not being loved, So how does one, in a relationship, how does one really help understand their heart, whether it's real? Can the heart be the indicator of authority, of realness and unreal?
Yes, well, if you have to make a decision in a relationship, then you can look at it from a linear perspective, from a mind perspective. You can look at all the pros and the cons. But it's really important every time to look at how it feels, and the heart is the center of these feelings. So every time when you feel aliveness, feelings like love, clarity, gratitude, appreciation, when you really feel come alive, then it's your heart speaking. It's a very powerful feeling. If you're not experiencing it, it's not your heart.
Okay.
But I also want to say, yes, the heart whispers to us. So sometimes the voice of the heart is not so loud, but you have to learn to listen to your heart. And in order to learn to listen to your heart, you have to be with your heart for a while. I've interviewed all these wonderful people. I asked them, how do you connect with the heart? And Paulo Coelho said, I connect with the heart when I'm writing. Isabel Allende said, I connect with the heart when I'm writing or when I play with my dogs. Jane Goodall said, I connect with my heart when I'm in nature. And Maya Angelou said, I connect with my heart in stillness. And Eckhart Tolle said, I connect with my heart in the present moment. They all gave different answers, but it means that we have to take time and invest in our relationship with the heart and see how we can listen to our heart. And everyone has their own way, but you need time with yourself in order to figure that out.
Okay, the silence is a real big thing. So, as I understand this, that how did you come to the realization you wanted to do this book, this video, which is, again, awesome. Go ahead. How did you come to the realization that you wanted to do this? Because you're a lawyer, and you got a great offer to be a lawyer. Okay, so
yes.
I know your story. So tell us your story about how you decided.
Yeah, well, I realized that I didn't want to be a lawyer for the rest of my life, and in that period, I knew what I did not want, but I didn't know what I wanted. So in that period, finding my purpose in life became an item in my life. And one night I saw a video in the New Earth series, and it was an episode about finding your purpose in life. And it was a conversation between Oprah Winfrey and Eckhart Tolle. Mm-hmm. Oprah said, I think there's nothing more important than finding your purpose in life. And Eckhart said, you can't get there through thinking, because we are trying to think our way to our purpose. And I was certainly trying to think my way to my purpose, but I couldn't figure it out through thinking, because I realized that thinking is very limited. And Eckhart said, you can't get there through thinking. And he said, if you want to find your purpose in life, then you can ask yourself, what do I want from life? But a more powerful question would be, what does life want from me? So what does the bigger picture want from me? And I started meditating on that question. And at one point, I had a really very powerful experience of, the best way to describe it is like there was a bone in my heart, and I felt that it broke. And of course, I know we don't have bones in our heart, but there was a very powerful feeling coming through me. It was an experience of love, clarity, but most of all, an experience of coming home. When I had this experience, the idea came, you have to make a movie about the heart. And this was so powerful, and I remembered what Eckhart Tolle had said, you can't get there through thinking, and this was not coming through my thinking, it was going through my feeling. And I think, following the heart, what does it mean? It means following your aliveness instead of following your thinking brain.
Well, the interesting thing is that being a lawyer, for you to get the sense of doing a book and doing a film would be just, it had to really sort of, your mind must have gone in starting thinking, I don't know anything about this. Tell me about the procedure that you did to create this book and this phenomenal film.
Well, in the beginning, I had no idea on how to produce a movie. I started speaking with film producers in the city of Amsterdam where I live, but I realized that they did not want to speak with me because they were not interested in producing a movie about the heart. Certainly not a spiritual movie about the heart. So they said, there's no money in this, it's not interesting. And then I said, okay, nobody wants to speak with me. Who else could I speak to? And I said, who has time? And I thought, okay, if the film producers don't want to speak with me, maybe a retired film producer. So I found a retired film producer. And he said, if you buy me a cup of coffee, I'll speak with you for an hour. And that's how it started, this project has been really my schooling in film production.
I find it very exciting that you brought it together, because what would you say from a person who looked at the book? What would you say are I again love the book more. I'm just because I pulled pages. Do you know what that means? It means I just open to any page, and as I open to every page, I feel I'm guided. And as I open to the page today, right now, it says the power of creating a better future is contained in the present moment. You create a good future by creating a good present. That's a powerful statement. That's a powerful.
It's very powerful, but it's also very true.
Okay, and so when someone takes I again love the book, showing the book on online so everybody can see the book. It's just phenomenal. So what would you like to have happen after someone watches the movie? What would you like the end cause to be?
I want people, if they love it, to share it with everyone they know. I believe in word of mouth. And I would also like if people start to, I mean, this book is really confirmation of what we already know. The film is also confirmation of what we already know, that the heart is a very powerful source of wisdom and intelligence. And I think, we should learn to value the heart more and give it the place in our life that it deserves. It should be the master of our lives because it's very wise. It's our essence. And the power of the heart is to be connected with who you are at the deepest level. It's your true self. And I think that, it's a very powerful intelligence that can help with all the important aspects in our life, with health, with relationships, with money, with careers, all the things that are really important to us.
Mm-hmm. I must tell you, after I had a showing of the film, people went out and bought several and passed it on to other people. It is a film that is empowering, but I must tell you, talk to me about the bathroom scene. I mean, I have used the power of gratitude for not having to deal with that. Tell me about the story in the bathroom, would you please? Tell our listeners. That's with the girls in the bathroom.
Yeah, this is the story of Immaculée Iribagiza. She's a Tutsi woman, and 21 years ago, genocide starts in Rwanda in Africa. And she's a Tutsi woman, and the Hutus, the other tribe, are trying to kill all the Tutsis, basically. I'm not going into all the details, because it's going to, take too long, but I'm just going to tell the main story. So she has to hide in a bedroom with 7 other women. And she thinks she's going to be in that bedroom for 3 days. She ends up staying there for 3 months. And in this period, she knows that her Excuse me?
I'm just thinking, and that's a concept we don't always get in this world, is that things could be so much worse. 3 months in the bathroom. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yes, I mean, it could be, things could be so much worse than our lives, I would think. But, so she's 3 months in a bedroom, and she knows that her family is probably being killed, and she can't do anything, and she feels really very powerless. And in this period, she feels a lot of anger, and she feels so much anger and toxicity and rage against the Hutus. And Immaculée has become a friend, and she told me, she said, Baptiste, you have to understand, I did not feel anger towards one person. I felt anger towards 8 million people.
Right.
And this anger was killing me from the inside out. So she could not, her body could not bear this physical pain anymore that she was feeling because of all the anger and the rage that she was feeling. So she speaks to God and she asks him to show him how she can forgive, because she thinks this is an unforgivable thing to do. But so she wants to forgive not because she wants to forgive the Hutu killers. She wants to forgive because she cannot bear the pain anymore. It's what Nelson Mandela said. He said holding a resentment against someone is like drinking poison and thinking it will kill the other person. So she wants to get rid of the poison that she's feeling. And then you see her going through a process where she really starts to forgive the Hutus and the killers of her family. And this is, of course, amazing, because why is this story so important to us? You are from the U.S., I live in Europe. Why is this story so important? because this happened in Africa, so why does it have any meaning to us? It is important because it stretches our definition of what forgiveness is. Because if Immaculate is capable of forgiving the killers of our family, then we certainly must be able to forgive whomever we need to forgive in Europe or in the U.S.
We're going to take a break right now, and we're going to be coming back. And I have Baptiste Depape on the show. His book is The Power of the Heart. His movie, powerful movie, is The Power of the Heart. He had the director from The Secret, so you know he does it with the foundation of knowing the truth. We will be right back. This is Conversations with Suzanna. Stay tuned. More from Baptiste.
Make plans now to play in the 2015 State Games of America. Choose from more than 60 sports. Meet and compete against athletes from across the U.S. Enjoy the star-studded opening ceremonies at Memorial Stadium and 2 nights of activities and entertainment at Pinnacle Bank Arena. It's the nation's premier amateur sports festival, and it's open to all Nebraskans. Register or find more information today at nebraskasportscouncil.com.
Pick up the Omaha World-Herald every Tuesday for our new Omaha Drive section. You'll find the latest in pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and more for sale in one convenient place. All vehicles are sorted by make, model, year, and price for easy searching. And check out OmahaDrives.com 24/7 for used and new autos.
Celebrate Lustfest Memorial Day weekend with family and friends on Sunday, May 24th, as the Omaha Symphony presents Fireworks for Freedom at the Tom Hannafin Rivers Edge Park in Council Bluffs. This wonderful free concert starts at 8 p.m. Bring your lawn chairs and blankets, relax, and enjoy breathtaking fireworks by J&M Displays, along with a free patriotic concert by the Omaha Symphony, presented by HGM Associates, Inc. and the Southwest Iowa Foundation, with media partner Omaha World-Herald. Brought to you by the Iowa West Foundation and the City of Council Bluffs. Visit lustfest.com. That's LOESSfest.com.
We're stopped here at one of those roadside memorials you see once in a while along the way. You know, those little white crosses. Well, somebody died right here in a tragic crash. And in Nebraska, 7 out of 10 killed weren't wearing seatbelts. So don't wait till you see a little white cross to buckle up. Get your belt on. Or your family might be putting up a little white cross. Click it or ticket from the Nebraska Department of Roads.
When I grow up, I want to be a new pair of blue jeans.
When I grow up, I want to be a kid's first computer.
When I grow up, I want to be a glass countertop in a new home.
When I grow up, I want to be a kid's best birthday present.
When I grow up, I want to be a football stadium.
When I grow up, I want to be a warm fleece on a cold day.
When I grow up, I want to be a fancy
When I grow up, I want to be a bike that races around the country.
When I grow up,
I want to be a bench on a forest trail. I want to be a rocking chair on a sunny porch.
I want to be a skyscraper.
I want to be a...
I want to be a...
When I grow up, I don't want to be a piece of garbage. And if you recycle me, I won't be.
Give your garbage another life. Recycle. Learn how at iwanttoberecycled.org. A public service advertisement brought to you by Keep America Beautiful and the
On the next episode of Recipes for Disaster.
So we've got our neighbor Paul coming over tonight for a barbecue, which is why I prepared a delicious lemon rosemary steak marinade from my special collection of old family recipes. To make sure the steaks are extra tender, I left them marinating out on the counter overnight, just like Nana used to.
Maria may mean well, but without food safety, it never ends well. Always thaw or marinate foods in the refrigerator at 40 degrees Fahrenheit or below, or you could make your friends and family really sick. Maria's neighbor Paul didn't think twice about the steak he ate until he was presenting his company's financial forecast to the board. That's when a sudden bout of food poisoning made it explicitly clear that profits weren't the only thing on the rise. Watch Recipes for Disaster at foodsafety.gov. You'll learn the right steps as Maria does everything wrong. Brought to you by the USDA, HHS, and the Ad Council.
Yes, you are exactly where you need to be. This is Conversations with Suzanna on the World-Herald Live app and also on omaha.com/ Suzanna. If you're on the line, you can see that a beautiful woman stepped into the studio. We're not going to talk to her because I have right now on the line Baptiste Dupape. He is the author of The Power of the Heart and The Power of the Heart video and book. Hello, Baptiste. Thank you for coming on.
Hello, Suzanna.
All right.
Good to be on your show.
Well, I've got to tell you a small secret. This girl come in the studio, and I did not show her the book because I'm not giving it away, you know? And she says, "Can I have the book?" I says, "No, it's mine." It is a profound book that has awesome, wonderful quotes in it. That you can use in your life all the time. And it's by some very noted people that have, I've studied, some of them I've never known. I just want to tell you, amazing. And Deepak Chopra, who is an author that we've all heard about, says the way to connect with your soul, with your spirit, is just to bring your awareness to your heart. Bring your consciousness awareness to your heart. So tell me, how would you suggest the listeners, after they get the book and get all of this, get in touch with their heart? I understand you go for walks. Is that still what you do?
Yeah, well, you did your research, I think, but that's true. Yeah, I mean, right now, because of, the book is out in 70 countries, and I'm traveling the world all the time now. It's really hard to go out for a walk if you're always on airports,
right,
or airplanes.
Mm-hmm.
But cultivating gratitude is also something that I like to do. When I'm sitting in an airport, I ask myself, okay, what am I grateful for today? I start to feel the gratitude for that, and I also ask, why am I grateful for this? It's also a contemplation that's in the book. It's called 3 Blessings, where you just, do some inner research, just try to figure out what you're grateful for. That shifts you, and the more gratitude we feel, the more goodness, the more miracles we attract in our lives. There are many ways to connect with the heart. I've interviewed all these wonderful people, and Jane Goodall said, I connect with the heart in nature. And Deepak Chopra said, bring your awareness to your heart. I mean, you just read that. And Eckhart Tolle said, I connect with the heart when I'm in the present moment. And Maya Angelou said, I connect with the heart in stillness. And also through prayer, meditation. Sometimes, just playing with your animals, being with
as you mentioned earlier. Yes.
With your heart. Yeah.
So,
yes.
In your daily life, in your daily life, you use the attitude of gratitude, which is wonderful. What would you say what is it you would say that you feel the most grateful for in the moment?
At this moment?
Yeah.
At this moment, I'm so grateful to be in conversation with you.
You worked it. You're working it.
There's a saying in the Torah, words that come from the heart touch the heart. If you and I would be speaking just from our minds, we would not make real connection. We would be like robots speaking to each other. But if we speak from the heart, and if we speak about heart, we make a real heart connection. And that's very fulfilling because we connect at our deepest level.
When I see people in my appearances and around town, one of the things I tell them is that the living God is within them, and as they breathe into the life of God. I'm always grateful for the breath. I'm always grateful for my breath, being able to take a breath and experience life and have you on the air. Tell us, how do we find out about you? By the way, I YouTubed you. I am your Facebook friend. It's all very glorious. This internet is glorious. How do we find the book? How do we find, hands up, I would say the book is key and one you can use always. The movie is powerful.
Yes.
But tell me how we find out about you.
Yeah, the best way to find us is to go to our website. That's thepoweroftheheart.com. I repeat, that's thepoweroftheheart.com. If you want to know more about screenings that we organize all through the U.S., then you can go to the website of our distributor, Beyond Words. The website is beyondword.com. So that's beyondword.com without an S.
And in all honesty, the synchronicity of life, I met Richard when I had visited Sedona. And Richard was showing your books. And he is the publisher of the Beyond Words. And it was amazing that we finally got together on this station so we can give the power of the heart to the Midwest, to the world on the internet. It's amazing. Before I go, I'm going to put my friend on for just a minute. I'd like you, Teresa Elliott, please tell Baptiste what you gained from watching the movie.
Oh, so many things, Suzanna.
Yeah.
Hello, Baptiste. It's my honor to be
Hello.
In this conversation, and I am so grateful to be here with both of you.
Mm-hmm.
And mostly from the movie, we laughed, we cried. It was just a wonderful experience. But mostly to start the day with gratitude and live throughout the day in whatever experience I put in my phone, reminders throughout the day to stop in the day and think about what I'm grateful for at that very moment. And now I stop with whoever I'm talking with and ask them right now what they're grateful for right now in that moment. And no matter if it's bad or good, and find gratitude in whatever it might be.
Thank you, Teresa. See the power of your stuff? Thank you very much for the book and the power of the heart, video and the book. And we will...
Thank you so much for having me on your show, Suzanna.
Talk later.
Thank you so much. It was perfect.
This show will go up on omaha.com/Suzanna. You can pick it up, move it anywhere you want. It is available 24/7 in an hour. I'm so honored that you've been with us. God bless. Have a great day. We're going to take another break. We're going to come back with my beautiful Teresa Elliott, who's in the studio with me.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't seen your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed. And they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs. And it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
I heard on the news about that 5-year-old who found his uncle's gun. The kid didn't know it was loaded.
I heard on the news about that 14-year-old girl who was bullied online. For like a year, she couldn't take it anymore, so she got her dad's gun from his nightstand.
I heard on the news about that guy who broke into someone's house, stole a gun from the hall closet.
He accidentally shot his cousin in the head.
She killed herself.
And later, killed the owner of the store he was trying to rob.
If you own a gun, you have a full-time responsibility. When you aren't using it, be sure it can't get into the hands of curious children, troubled teenagers, a thief, or anyone else who might misuse it. Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you. Remember, always, lock it up. For more information on firearm storage safety, visit ncpc.org. This message brought to you by the National Crime Prevention Council, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, and the Ad Council.
This is the sound of a brand new outdoor grill being hurled off a 20-story building. Now a stylish glass coffee table. An electric guitar. These are the things you could enjoy, all cast into oblivion. Because when you throw away money on wasted electricity, you throw away everything you could have bought with it. Visit EnergySavers.gov and get tips on how to save energy and money. Then do things like switch to Energy Star light bulbs or Energy Star appliances, and you could save hundreds of dollars a year. So this doesn't happen to the recliner you've had your eye on, or this to the treadmill on your wish list, or this to the shiny new bike your kid's been asking for. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Energy and the Ad Council.
Make plans now to play in the 2015 State Games of America. Choose from more than 60 sports. Meet and compete against athletes from across the U.S. Enjoy the star-studded opening ceremonies at Memorial Stadium and 2 nights of activities and entertainment at Pinnacle Bank Arena. It's the nation's premier amateur sports festival, and it's open to all Nebraskans. Register or find more information today at NebraskaSportsCouncil.com.
The Omaha World-Herald has immediate openings for full or part-time distribution positions in Omaha and in Dodge and Washington counties. The job duties include managing contractors and overseeing customer service. All you need is a valid driver's license and a reliable vehicle that is insured. Proof of insurance is required. The Omaha World-Herald offers competitive pay and benefits, including a 401k plan. Apply now at www.owh.com.
Oh, my heavens, you are exactly where you need to be. This is Conversations with Suzanna on the World-Herald Live app and also at omaha.com/Suzanna. We're here every Wednesday. This show is about empowering you and giving you information that you can take around the water cooler, around your at the kitchen table, and sound brilliant because you'll learn something new. We're about empowering you to lead a better life with every breath you take. And I'm very honored to have in my studio a woman named Teresa Elliott. Hello, Teresa.
Hello, Suzanna.
What an honor to have you in our studio. The first thing I want to ask is, Teresa, who are you? What do you do?
I am in real estate.
Mm-hmm.
I think of myself as a mother first, however.
Marvelous.
And I've been in real estate for 24 years.
24 years?
24 years. I did hair before that.
That's why your hair always looks nice.
Oh, thank you.
And then?
And who am I? So I am...
Wait. I'm staying with the real estate. Tell me
Okay.
Tell me the name of the real estate.
I have a company within the company, Elliott Company, within Berkshire Hathaway Home Services.
Okay.
And it's been a very rewarding field for me.
Why?
Mostly because I get to help people. And I get to connect people, connect them with so many more things than just selling homes. And it's been very rewarding. You know, for one thing, when I first got out of doing hair, then I just wanted to stay home and raise my babies. And I was just going to sell a little bit out of my house. And just, I thought if I could sell $1 million a year, that would be just fantastic. And it boomed for me, and mostly out of my enthusiasm.
And your intention. I love your intention. Tell me about your intention in selling real estate.
Well, my intention basically is just helping people. And I want it to work for them. And I never want to step on any toes. I give them the information. I make sure it's the right thing for them. And if it's not, we walk away. But the most rewarding thing is to, with the most ease, getting my clients matched up with the home of their dreams with the most ease.
And what I thought was exciting is to hear all the research you do on the homes. Tell me about the research you do before you sell a home and take a buyer to the home.
Well, it's very interesting. We go above and beyond, which is fun, and
that's your intention, to always be above and beyond. I love that about you. Go ahead.
And I've built a big team now, and so because we have 12 on our team, and I am basically in a position where I have staff that helps me do all the paperwork, the listing paperwork, the closing paperwork. I have an assistant, a personal assistant. That it allows me to just focus on the client and what their needs are, and we are able to find out what is the most important thing for them, and then we go on the streets and figure out what works. And we knock on doors and we call people.
You knock on doors. You knock on neighbors' doors.
Oh, sure.
Tell
Absolutely.
me what you do when you knock on a neighbor's door.
Well,
what do you say?
Basically, for instance, last year we had a client who was looking for a specific property, and we weren't finding it, and so I said, well, let's just get in the car and drive and see what you like. And we went into a neighborhood, and she said, oh, I love this neighborhood. And I said, well, so if you know somebody, you call them. And I started knocking on a few doors, and it ended up we found her a home that she liked in that neighborhood, and it was so fulfilling, and they were so happy, and it was just wonderful because we weren't finding anything. And as you know, most people know right now there is a very low inventory of homes in Omaha, and so it works that we sell most of the homes to our clients before it sometimes even hit the market, if that makes sense.
Oh, wow. So you get the inside scoop on the homes?
Mm-hmm. Yes, we're trying to create something called Elliott Insiders right now for that
Elliott
purpose.
Insiders?
Mm-hmm.
What are they?
Just basically a group of clientele that are looking, and that we know that they're looking, and so we have certain homes that we can show that might not be on the market, and clients that we're aware that they're looking, and so.
You have homes that are not on the market yet that you can show?
Yes.
Wow. I love that.
Yes, we do. So, it's great.
That is really personal and really pretty neat.
Yeah.
So, what was it like closing your first house deal? Do you remember that?
I do remember. It was fun.
Were you still part-time at home? Or?
Oh, yes. And at
Okay.
that time we took phone duty. And so I was on phone duty at the office, and somebody called in, and they wanted to sell their $40,000 rental. So I called the renter to tell him we were selling it, and the renter bought it.
Oh, my gosh.
So I had a double-end $40,000 deal.
Oh, wow. That was your first.
That was my first.
That was your first. Tell me how important is making the money? In real estate, what is, in your business, what is the most important thing for you?
Oh.
Is it the money factor? I know it's not, to be honest with you. I've seen you, and I know it's not. What is
glad
your
you asked that question.
most important thing?
Well, Suzanna, our brand is basically, it's not about the numbers, it's about the relationship. And so we want to build relationships, and we're willing to walk away if it's not the right fit. And if we can't help somebody and think that it's going to work in their best interest, then we'll walk away. And so we want to build relationships. So it's about the community, and it's about everybody being happy, and not, just putting a sign in the yard just to get a listing.
A commission.
Yes,
correct. What I thought was exciting is you telling me you don't look at the numbers. You look at what you sell. You look at what's the opportunity. I thought that was great, because somehow we've had a belief that the money is the way to life, and you have found a bigger purpose. And what we're going to do when we come back, we're going to talk about what you feel is your biggest purpose, and we're going to talk about the joy that you have brought into my life. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. This is Conversations with Suzanna on the World-Herald Live app and omaha.com/Suzanna.
Every hiring manager knows that a company is only as good as the people it's made from. So where do you find the best people? that may surprise you.
Meet the grads of life, young adults of unique determination and experience, an ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
This is talent worth knowing about.
Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
Hi, I'm Teresa Elliott with the Elliott Company and Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Real Estate. And I'm excited to be sponsoring Conversations with Suzanna, a show that will connect you with the tools you can use to live your life in peace and harmony. Simply go to ElliottOmaha.com and click on Life Tools for empowering ideas to live your life with purpose and harmony.
This is the sound of a brand new outdoor grill being hurled off a 20-story building. Now a stylish glass coffee table. An electric guitar. These are the things you could enjoy, all cast into oblivion. Because when you throw away money on wasted electricity, you throw away everything you could have bought with it. Visit EnergySavers.gov and get tips on how to save energy and money. Then do things like switch to Energy Star light bulbs or Energy Star appliances, and you could save hundreds of dollars a year. So this doesn't happen to the recliner you've had your eye on, or this to the treadmill on your wish list, or this to the shiny new bike your kid's been asking for. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Energy and the Ad Council.
Go Caleb! Come on, hit a homer, Jesse!
Let's go, guys!
Hey, did you guys know that kids who play sports earn more money when they grow up?
Of course. I knew that.
Hey, did you guys know that kids who read books have a bigger vocabulary?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Wow, jinx. Did you guys know that friendly children have more friends?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah,
mm-hmm.
yeah.
That's true. I knew that. Did you guys know that winter babies are better at music?
Everyone knows that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah,
so
obvious.
Oh, hey, guys, did you know that most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Huh, I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure I knew that.
I'm pretty sure you didn't.
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right car seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to make sure your child is protected. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
When I grow up, I want to be a new pair of blue jeans.
When I grow up, I want to be a kid's first computer.
When I grow up, I want to be a glass countertop in a new home.
When I grow up, I want to be a kid's best birthday present.
When I grow up, I want to be a football stadium.
When I grow up, I want to be a warm place on a cold day.
When I grow up, I want to be a fancy
When I grow up,
I want to be a bike that races around the country.
When I grow up, I want to be a bench on a forest trail.
I want to be a rocking chair on a sunny porch.
I want to be a skyscraper.
I want to be
When I grow up, I don't want to be a piece of garbage. And if you recycle me, I won't be.
Give your garbage another life. Recycle. Learn how at iwanttoberecycled.org. A public service advertisement brought to you by Keep America Beautiful and the Ad Council.
Yes, you are exactly where you need to be. This is Conversations with Suzanna on the World-Herald Live app and also on omaha.com/Suzanna, where you can play the interview we had earlier with Baptiste on. And then you can also listen to Teresa Elliott, who's in the studio with me now. This is a good-looking woman who sells homes, and she loves finding the homes. But while we are in commercial, and the best things happen during commercial, tell me that. You said with your company, the Elliott, what is it called?
The Elliott Company.
Elliott Company, that you can help the sellers, including staging. What all do you have?
It's different selling homes today than it was,
right,
a few years back. And so through years of coaching and through years of learning and through years of team transitions, then we have been blessed to incorporate what it takes to sell in today's market. And so we have been fortunate to hire a full-time stager who is my partner in another business that we're doing called Residential Revival. And as well as we have our own professional photographers, as well as we do social media where I do videos, like MTV videos for the home. That is a huge advantage to our sellers because of the social media aspect. Right. And in getting our sellers the most exposure. And so it's very exciting for our sellers just because of, I call it a recipe. It's a system that we created that is just our own. And
all-encompassing.
It really is. And it's so exciting. It's so rewarding because it's something that we can do
to help
the seller and help
their
them.
goals.
And exactly. And
Wonderful.
So again, if it's something that will work for both of us, and it's a rapport that we get with the seller, that's what works for us. We're not, we want to interview, we want to talk with people.
I love how you don't look at the numbers. I mean, I love that. I love that you're of service. Now,
my coach would say that's not so great, just because I'm supposed to be looking at the numbers. But
but you're the big boss, so you can do whatever you want and create the bliss that you create.
It's been good.
So you are now sponsoring my radio show. I want to thank you greatly.
I'm thrilled to.
Tell me why you have gone out into this level, because I see in your business life you go beyond the measure. You do more than most realtors. Tell me what made you bless me by honoring the show.
This is a great week to talk about this because of the power of the heart. And your interview you just did. It has to do with my heart. And I too, like everybody, have been through a lot of struggles in my life. And about 4 years ago, I went through some pretty major divorce and major struggles. And through my journey, I had some wonderful awakenings and wonderful meetings and coaches and life coaches and people that have had blessed me with the awareness of the tools that it takes to love yourself first, take care of yourself first. And I wanted to embrace that time during my journey so I could learn and give back.
Well, and to be honest with you, not a lot of people know the tools to support themselves because they haven't had the availability to do a lot of things. So we are going to start a segment, and the segment is going to be called, go ahead, tell me what the name of the segment is.
Oh gosh, it is going to be called, we've gone back and forth all over just because of this.
Oh, she's looking on her phone.
We did a great commercial on it.
The commercial was.
It's going to be called,
oh my, I should have just told you. It's about empowering yourself.
Yes.
Through the tools of your life. You can work it out later, but you're going to come on
and
every show and do a segment that correlates with the show.
And so basically, like Suzanna explained, so many of us, most of us I would say, don't know the tools that it takes, and that's what we want to do is each week share a tool that would help incorporate something that would help us embrace and empower us in each week in sharing our what would help us and help our heart in living a peace and joyful life.
So would that be called Teresa's Elliott Power Tools for the week? No, it'd be called Teresa Elliott's Coaching Tools for Everyday Life.
There you go. Thank you.
Yes, I had it on my phone. I knew what I was going to ask. So these will be tools that we can take. So one tool a week that we can take into our life and do homework with.
Correct.
And improve our life with.
Correct.
I'm so looking forward to that segment. That's going to be great. I want to thank you again for sponsoring the radio show.
It's my pleasure. It's awareness that I feel that we can get out to our community, and everybody I know could all use some
just some empowerment, some tools to get you through,
including me,
to make things a little bit better.
Correct.
And we got to remember to grease the tools. So that's what you're doing. Thank you again.
Thank you.
I'm speaking to Teresa Elliott of Elliott Company, which is the a real estate